Greetings freaks and folks, this is Vlad the Lad. Long time has been since I was uploading a video. For those of you who didn't read my community post, my mental health state is a little off right now, and I will probably talk about this a bit more in depth in the future, but today is not to talk about that. Today is a time of reaction. By the way, for those who were supportive there, thanks a ton, really much appreciated. For the other reactions, I don't really know if I can cover all of them, but I will. It won't be the last reaction, let's say, until the expansion hits. So without further ado, let's switch to this mode here and dive into this trailer. I remain spoiler-free entirely. I do know that it's Illaoi, and I know that she is some sort of priestess for a god, like this Nagakabouros dude. Maybe if you know more about this, let me know in the comments. You were always very supportive with that, so I hope you will be in that regard as well. And I already love that lady because she can summon tentacles and sort of Cthulhu-ish stuff. I adore that. So let's jump into that. Everything is set, let's go.
Life is too short for fear.
Alright, they start with Battle of Champions. How would they do that? Alright, it's a 4-mana champion from Bilgewater, a 1/6, and it's overwhelm. Okay, with 1 attack, it's overwhelm. Attack, spawn 1. Then I gain power equal to the strongest tentacle power this round. Whoa, alright. But only power, it's not the health, so it's only the attack, it's going up. And level up, I've seen tentacles, or I deal 15 plus damage. That's possible, but not easy to do either. So the spawn mechanic is where you get a tentacle, a 1/1, and if you have more spawns than you already have a tentacle, the tentacle gets bigger and bigger, which is a little off to her way that she works in League. I think she summons some more, like a couple of tentacles, and then they will all slap the enemy if she slaps the enemy. So I thought that would be a mechanic like that, but it's not. So let's see on here what we have here. Tentacle Smash. Yeah, I think this is one of her abilities. Slow speed 4 mana, spawn 3, which we'll see in a second how it works, but people were very confused yesterday about that, me included. And then your strongest tentacle and an enemy strike each other. Okay, yeah, so that's exactly that. Like, yeah, she would point at something and then the tentacle smashes like it would do in League. Summon 1/1 tentacle, or if you already have one, give it +1/+1 for each spawn. Let's see how that works. Because spawn 3 should have then a 3/3 tentacle. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's how it works. They strike each other, so it's sort of a single combat. She boosts the tentacle? Oh, okay, because of the attack spawn 1. Yeah. Makes sense. New star power. Yeah, that's Battle Champion stuff. We've seen that. You can either spawn 2 for 2 mana or spawn 4 for 5 mana. And there is the Buru leader. We'll talk about him in a second. Oh, what's that? Spawn 2, draw 2. Whoa! Burst? For Bilgewater, 5 mana. That's pretty big. Like, not only in those tentacle decks, but in general, drawing 2 for 5 mana isn't too bad. Like, we have Salvage, for example, and you don't always want the toss. You only add Salvage for the draw 2. I mean, 5 mana is expensive though, but having another draw engine here in... Oh, here comes another... Yeah, that's very Cthulhu-ish with those huge tentacles. Illaoi, when you spawn, increase its value by 1. Okay, so she gets +1 spawn to everything. Attack spawn 1, which means that she should do spawn 2 then. Then fully heal your strongest tentacle, and I gain stats equal to its stats this round. Oof. Okay, so she now also not only gets the attack, but also the HP from those tentacles. That's pretty sick.
We will regain what we have lost. Nagakabouros smiles upon victory.
Nagakabouros. Green Rage. Okay, that's a new relic.
Are the anchors that drown small men.
I'm looking forward to this Path of Champions, this new stuff. And that she gives elusive to supported ally. That's pretty big for her. Nagakabouros. Is that the god dude? Or is it only his tentacles? It's an 8 mana, 5/8 fearsome, so yeah, that's very Cthulhu-ish. It says 1 round start spawn 2. Oof. Then, if your strongest tentacle has 12 plus power, create a Nagakabouros Tantrum in hand. A Nagakabouros Tantrum is a 0 mana fleeting at focus speed. Nagakabouros starts a free attack with 4 Nagakabouros Tentacle. And Nagakabouros Tentacle is sort of a blade, I guess, a 1 mana 1/1. When I'm summoned, grow my stats to that of your strongest tentacle and then grant me its keywords. Alright, that's pretty sick. So you already have some really big tentacle there that gets pumped up by the spawn, and then you have 3 of those tentacles, no, 4. Like those ephemeral ones that will all grow to the same stats and get its keywords. What? Dude, that's nasty. That's one hell of a finisher. That's one hell of a finisher.
Growth demands effort. Witness.
What the hell? Alright. She's dope. I gotta say, she's fucking dope. I like her kid, really. Illaoi with Overwhelm, yeah. So, it's... that's pretty nasty, man. I can already see this with... Like, I just see her mana and Overwhelm, and I think of Gangplank right away, because he is 5 mana and Overwhelm. And they curve into each other. So, maybe that's the thing. There are probably a ton of things that work with her. Let's go over these other cards here. We have the Buru Leader, like that we saw yesterday already, like the day before yesterday. The Buru Leader is actually a 3/2 for 3 mana, and it says a 1-cost ally starts a 3 attack. And I think you can pick which one. I don't know if the wording is off there or not, because if you can pick it, that's pretty awesome. You could probably attack with a Teemo another time and not only use it on the tentacles. Obviously, it is made for the tentacles, but Teemo is pretty nuts there. And we also have the Scouts Lady, the 4 mana that spawns another Scout 1/1. And if you put it on the Buru Leader, or you let this 1/1 attack with Scout on the enemy turn, you can actually rally through that with the Buru Leader, which is a 3 mana rally with a 3/2 body. I mean, it's conditional, but it's a pretty dope combo there that came to my mind when I saw this dude. Alright, we have seen this Answer Prayer, and Eye of Nagakabouros is a little similar, like they spawn 2 or spawn 4, and the other one draws instead, and is more expensive in that regard. And yeah, this Nagakabouros dude, holy smokes, this is a really big one. And the fact that you can pull off multiple attacks with him, like you get this Nagakabouros Tantrum at the round start, and then you start a free attack with it, and you can attack again, is pretty sick, I gotta say, especially with all these tentacles here. Yeah, I love that kid. I really love that kid. Alright, let's hop on to Runeterra AR and check the other reveals from yesterday that are from her kit. Alright, so we have seen these. I won't talk about all the cards that were revealed so far. I will probably do this a little later, but for now I want to just talk about her kit. Like these cards, we have talked about them. And there are like 3 more cards here. We have the Watchful Idol, which is a 1 mana 0/5, which is sort of the Monkey Idol, but it's different because it's 2 mana less, so it's only 1 mana, and it will spawn 1 and get you in total a 3/3 Tentacle if you have this sort of countdown that's on it, where it deals 2 to itself. You can heal it, like you can with the Monkey Idol, with Orange Man for example, and get more spawns from it, but I don't think you really want that. I think this is a 1 mana play, and other than that, it's pretty bricked later on the line, because you always need 2 spaces for it, 1 to spawn it, and space for the idol itself. It's always something that is problematic for the Monkey Idol, so pretty good card for the early game, pretty bricked for the later game. We have the Buru Lookout, which is a 5 mana 4/3, and it says when I'm summoned, spawn 3. The summon is pretty important because she goes into the 5 mana pool, which is, yeah, interesting for Ethereal Remitter. If you play it with Undyings, for example, I was playing that a lot. You spawn a random 5-drop, and then you could get her and summon another 3/3 with it. Which is pretty good. It's not a play effect, that's what I mean here. Other than that, spawn 3 and have a, yeah, either a 3/3 or you have a then +3/+3 Tentacle is pretty big for the archetype and definitely a include in this deck in my opinion. And last but not least, we have the Sea's Voice, which is probably the most important in this set, as he or she, I can't really see, are those boobs? Weird. It's a 3 mana 3/3, and it says attack, spawn 1, and give your strongest tentacle overwhelm this round. So you have to attack with the Sea's Voice is the problem to get the overwhelm rolling, but giving those huge sets a overwhelm keyword is pretty key and will close out games pretty nicely. And she even is on the artwork from Illaoi, that's what I saw earlier. So these are all the cards that are connected to Illaoi. Let me know what you think of her. I think she's fire as hell, and I will definitely try around with her, and that the fact that she's in Bilgewater is even more exciting to me. And yeah, felt pretty good to be back on the road again. If you want to accompany me on more reactions, you can always subscribe up here. And on this side, I got another spicy video for you to check out. So go for that next, and until the next time, you stay legendary. Vlad out.